As many of you know, at the end of this season, you will be receiving a loading frame of your highest rank in that season if you have 200 total wins in ranked. So, since there's plenty of people who want to go after those nice borders, I thought I'd kick off this series. Basically, like the title implies, I'll be going through the characters and giving tips that'll help you out in ranked with them. I'll be going over loadouts, talents, what they counter, what counters them, what maps they're best on or worst on, etc. These will be rather quick videos, and I'm going to probably start off with all the characters I know really well first, as long as they have some current place in the meta. Sorry Maeve, I wish they didn't kill you, you'd be up first. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started with Lian, the Scion of House Aico. Lian is a backline damage dealer that excels at dealing consistent direct damage at medium range, as well as bursting down enemies by comboing her rifle and abilities together. When it comes to picking your talent, currently Death and Taxes is the best way to go. It gives you Cauterize 3 at the very start of the game, and this is very impactful due to Lian's incredible cot spread potential. You could be shutting down all sources of healing early game, and this gives your team a big advantage and the potential to snowball the enemy team. Not to mention, you can have both Cauterize with the talent and Record just by buying it, allowing Lian to single-handedly nullify all forms of sustain that tanks possess. They receive no healing from their healer, and their barrier gets broken before they're able to use it to protect themselves from the constant anti-heal effect. When it comes to loadouts, Lian is a character that has multiple ways you can build her. There are several good cards that give Lian a lot of options. When it comes to Death and Taxes though, you're going to be using more standard builds. There are two main ones I see going around, and that's the dash heavy builds and the cooldown heavy builds. The dash build should look something like this, with most of your points going into dash, speed, and distance cards to grant you an extreme burst of movement. The cooldown build mainly focuses on Inheritance. Inheritance increases your damage output since all of your abilities are damage focused and not utility focused. Something you may have noticed is both builds have a lot of health invested into them. Lian is one of the lower base health damage characters, so the extra base health helps her win fights she wouldn't normally. As far as maps go, Lian is extremely versatile when it comes to what maps you can play her on. There isn't a single map in the game that is a bad fit for Lian. When it comes to drafting Lian, keep in mind that Lian is a second rotation or beyond pick. Don't prioritize her over the tanks, they're your first picks, not her. As far as banning her, you're rarely ever going to be banning Lian. The only time you're gonna want to is when you're trying to limit early game anti-heals by banning the characters that have them or picking them. Of course, the things that Lian counters and the things that counter her influence if you're gonna be drafting her or not, so let's talk about those. Blasters suffer against range, and that's what Lian is all about. It is very easy for her to poke out all four of the blasters. Even Dredge with his hurl talent can't kill Lian at her best range before she kills him. He would need to be close enough to get a primary blast into the mix in order to win. Drogos gets countered by Lian the hardest out of all the blasters since he's constantly in the air, and that makes it very easy for Lian to hit him. The same with Willow when she ults. It goes without saying that thanks to Death and Taxes, Lian counters every support. Even Furia's Solar Beam is limited from the start of the game since Death and Taxes will lower it from 6,000 healing a second to 600 healing a second, which is easy enough to burst through if two people are attacking the beam target. Small and mobile flanks struggle against Lian due to her Valor and Grace, since those abilities bypass their strength of being difficult to hit. The free 800 damage is a big hit against them since their health pools are often rather low. When it comes to tanks, Lian's Death and Taxes allows her to buy Wrecker as well, which, like I said earlier, limits almost all of a tank's sustain options. This counters tanks like Torvald and Ruckus the most. They both have personal barriers as integral components of their kits, and personal barriers have much less HP than normal barriers, so they can be broken very quickly. Torvald's only purpose is to place bubbles on people, and Lian can nullify that purpose. Ruckus already suffers from any poke characters, especially when they can quickly break his barrier. As far as characters that counter Lian, look out for snipers. They can deal full damage to you from distances where your damage fall off is very severe, and they'll be able to kill you faster than you'll be able to kill them. Especially when you consider that Strix could be running a lot of damage reduction while scoped, and that Kinessa could one-hit you to the head. Have a loadout with full HP ready when faced with a sniper. If you buy Haven 1 on top of all that HP, you won't be 2 hit to the body by snipers and you won't be 1 hit to the head by Kinessa's Eagle-Eye talent. Ashe is probably your biggest counter. Her kit allows her to play very aggressively and punish enemy backline DPS characters. Her flak cannon has good range that can easily spam you out and make your job difficult, especially if they have the slug talent. Terminus's power siphon is not affected by Wrecker and can eat up your damage, so Term can throw it back at you if you let him. Keep in mind that all tanks counter your ultimate. If you're ulting a tank or somebody near a tank, make sure their barrier is on cooldown first or they'll just block your ultimate. The same goes with Fernando's ultimate. Don't ult Fernando when he has his, and don't ult anyone near Fernando when he has his. If you find that Fernando is using his ult and you have yours, you can time your ult and use it as his is about to end to either get an easy kill on him or somebody around him. This method also works against Andrew's reversal and Moji's barrier. Don't do this with Zin's counter or Billow though, because their durations could be different thanks to Zin's loadout cards. Basically, never ult a Zin. Same goes for Koga, never ult him, even if you see him use all 3 dashes, because he has multiple ways to get more energy back quickly. He can also ult to dodge your ult. Another thing with your ult is keep in mind that you don't always have to use it to get a killing blow. Yes, that gives you half your ult back, but your ult can also get value in other ways. If multiple targets are lined up, you can ult them to get massive damage on them. Even if it doesn't kill them, it doesn't matter because they're still easy pickings for you and your team since they'll be low. Also, your ult grants damage and CC immunity, so you could use it to stop yourself from getting stunned or taking massive damage, and instead hit the enemy with massive damage. You keep yourself alive and basically ensure their death by critically wounding them. Now keep in mind, Lian has a bug where her presence and valor can no-reg if something is blocking your feet or the enemy's feet. It's a very weird bug, so keep that in mind and don't use those abilities at angles that will activate the bug, cause it'll be a waste. Still waiting for them to fix this, it's been almost a year. And those are your quick tips for Lian. I could go on about tips for her for an hour, but we gotta keep this quick, so that's all the big info. Hope you guys learned from it, and I'll try to get the next character out soon. I want to thank you all for watching, I very much appreciate it, and I'm gonna see you guys laters. Bye!